Hello everyone and welcome back to another reaction video. I'm probably not gonna be putting videos with any consistency for now because I'm still setting things up with the new PC, but yeah, today I am doing another Kentucky Ballistics reaction for now, and it's how durable is the Glock A cut. I have no idea what the Glock A cut is, so let's see.
Everybody, my name is Scooter, and you're watching Kentucky Ballistics. And today, we're gonna try out the new Glock.
Okay. Just going to explode.
Nobody likes eggplant.
That's not an eggplant.
Ow! I think I broke my foot.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Such a good shot.
Uh-huh.
I hate tables.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Nice.
Hello? Post Malone? Yes, I'd love to hang out with you. It's watermelon time.
Okay.
I love random aggression against flightless birds.
Yeah.
Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Hey, stupid dinosaur. Hey, sleepyhead. Hey, we need your help. Come on. Scott wants to shoot a porta potty, and we need someone to crawl underneath it and pull the plug and drain out all the duty water.
Bruh.
Okay. I'll get right on it. All right.
Oh no.
See you in a minute. How did I get up here?
Okay.
What's up, everybody? My name is Scott, and you're watching Kentucky Ballistics. And I don't know if you know this about me, but I'm a little bit of a Glock fanboy. I really enjoy Glocks.
I thought he's a bit more of a Magnum revolver fanboy, but okay.
Whole law enforcement career, that's all I ever carried, and maybe that is why I am partial to Glock. Another reason would be is I have tortured tested the absolute snot out of these things, and they just keep running. Something else you may not know about me is I'm not a huge fan of having a red dot on my carry gun, and I really don't know why, other than I guess I'm just an old soul. But I'm open to it. And here recently I came across this. This is the new Glock 19 with the A cut and comes with aim points COA red dot.
Okay, so the A cut is like a mounting point for optics or like a sight?
Glock is now selling this as a package deal, and you get all of this right out of the box. But I have a slight issue with that. You are taking my favorite Glock, the Glock 19, the workhorse of semi-automatic handguns, and now you're putting something on top of it that I'm not really sure about. Is this going to be able to hold up to the kind of torture that this gun can hold up to?
Okay.
Well, today we're going to find out. Now, from what I understand, it is supposed to be pretty tough, and the way it's mounted is pretty tough. This is the A cut, and as you can see, this optic is slipped down into the frame. Not the frame, it's a slide. It's a slide. Stupid. This is the A cut, and as you can see, this optic slips down into the slide of the Glock, and instead of all of the pressure from the recoil being on screws, it's going directly to the optic within the slide. And then it's held down with these two screws, which is also your rear sight. You can co-witness through there with your iron sights, and this thing is supposed to be submergible and whatnot because it's completely enclosed. Blobbity, blobbity, blobbity. It's futuristic technology that I do not trust, and today we're going to find out whether I'm going to keep carrying with iron sights or am I going to step into the future. So here's the thing. You get this right out of the box with the red dot on it. But do you need to sight it in? How accurate is it right out of the box? Because normally if I buy a Glock 19 and it doesn't have a red dot on it and it's just the iron sights, I don't have to sight those in. I sound like such an old man right now. Okay, let's see. Here's our still target. I'm about 15 yards away. I'm aiming dead center. All right.
Looks good. Okay.
Let's go have a look. Yep. That's pretty much where I was aiming.
Yep.
Okay, well that
Okay,
Answers
nice.
that question right out of the box. The red dot, pretty darn accurate. I don't even know how much I would need to adjust that. So now we are going to do a drop test.
Interesting that they do this right out of the box.
Mostly dropping it directly onto the optic. I'm going to drop it on this mushy ground, and then I have a concrete block, and I have a piece of steel.
Okay.
As you can see, the gun is unloaded. I will have a mag in it though, with Underwood ammo, 115 grain full metal jackets. I just don't have.
I like how you had to specify exactly the ammo, even though you're not using it right now.
Have it chambered. So right on the optic.
And that didn't fall right on the optic. Let's try again. Okay.
See, this is why we do this. Look at that. Ow!
Oh no.
Got mud in my barrel.
Oh no.
We're good.
That's nasty.
Let's see if it's still accurate. Here we go.
Do you not need to clean it? Does it just blow the mud out if you shoot?
All right. Mud's not a big deal.
Okay.
How about concrete?
I thought he was about to shoot the concrete instead of dropping on it.
Mag in it.
Uh-huh.
Ah, that was bad. Oh, that was bad.
Sounded painful.
Didn't do nothing to it though.
Okay, nice.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Yeah, looks like it's holding up. Okay.
Okay. I would say that's probably enough. Didn't really do any damage to the optic. I'm actually
Nice.
kind of surprised.
Okay.
You'll see my dot. Let's see here.
Oh, it's all good.
Starting to think that maybe the future is not so bad. Oh, okey-dokey.
Okay, boomer.
Nothing in there. Got us a mag. Piece of AR 500 steel.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
That still sound.
Steel, huh? How about way up here?
Oh.
Oh. Oh.
Oof.
Sideways. Oh.
Wow, it bounced quite a bit. Oof.
Boink.
It hurts to see this.
Boink.
But if it's holding up, that's cool.
Sideways. Boink. One more.
Damn.
Okay. I smacked it against that steel. I lost count. Maybe a little excessive, but I'm a really destructive person, so it needs to be tough. You got some more?
Violence is not the answer. Violence is the question, and the answer is yes.
Right here. Maybe took a little bit of the coating off of it.
Uh-huh.
All this over here looks good.
Okay.
This looks good. My glass isn't broken or cracked or anything like that.
I mean, you didn't even really drop it in any position where it could get cracked. Like, it would have to actually fall specifically with the glass onto some kind of sharp point in order to crack.
Buttons still work.
Nice.
Also, this thing is supposed to have a 5-year battery life.
Wow.
Let's see if it's...
Like 5 years of continuous use. Like, if you shoot it every day or something. I'm assuming it's not like 5 years of constantly turned on, so I don't know. Is it like 5 years of average? The average frequency of how often people use their guns in the US? I have no idea.
Still accurate.
Yep, looks good.
Still held at 0.
Wow. Okay.
Not bad. So now how about racking the slide with one hand? In some of my law enforcement training, when we would do one-handed drills, we would rack our slide back using our rear sight, and we would use something like the back of our shoe, or basically anything in the general area.
Interesting.
Concrete block. No mag. Let's set this up like this. And now we'll just give it a few of these.
Interesting. I have not heard of doing this using the rear sight, but I did hear about someone saying that you can use like the front of the slide, like right here, this bit. I guess it's maybe a bit trickier to actually hit something with this part and not the barrel, but it was like an advice for if you need to chamber your gun while you're in a car, for example, using the steering wheel. Bruh. Yeah, that's a real torture test.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's a big old crack.
Oh, no.
That ain't looking good.
That's pretty bad.
Oh, can I see? I can still see my dot, though.
Wow, okay.
Still see
So
the
I guess the glass is just for protection.
Actually, hold on. I need to rack around in, right? I need to get around in there. Hold on. All right. Here we go.
Still good. Looks like even when damaged.
Could still see my dot.
Wow.
But I don't know if you can see through there.
It's pretty dead.
The front of that optic is all cracked.
Yeah.
It's not good. But I will say this.
But that still works.
It's not normal day-to-day wear and tear.
Yep.
And I did rack it on the cinder block a bunch. But what if you were trying to clear out a jammed round or something like that?
With a cinder block.
Maybe you were. Maybe you're in the heat of the moment. I don't know. Regardless, that glass cracked. But still held my zero. Still hitting the target. I guess I'll...
Looked like he was about to fire it gangsta style right here.
Still held my zero. Still hitting the target. I guess I'll rack it against steel next. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I mean, it's already cracked, so you can't really see the damage now.
Looks about the same.
Yeah. That looks like a stuck video game animation. Okay.
Can still hit the target. Just so you know, the gun is empty. There's no mag.
Yep.
So don't freak out. You can see there, we are all messed up.
Yep.
But I can still see my dot.
Wow.
Still perfectly fine. All my buttons still work.
Okay.
It's still attached to the gun.
Pretty firmly.
It's not wiggling or anything like that.
Wow.
And I'm still holding zero. So all things considered, it's pretty good. I mean, if I was taking really good care of my gun on a daily basis and I got into some sort of scenario where this was required, at least I know that thing will still work. It'll still run.
Nice. Though I don't know how well you would be able to see the target, but yeah. Nice.
But now my question is, with it cracked like that, what happens if some water gets in there? Hey, look!
Oh, the river. Bruh.
I'm gonna let that sit there for 5 minutes.
Okay.
Seems fair.
A few moments later.
It's been 5 minutes. Ow! Dang it!
Oh.
There's nothing worse
It's probably really cold.
than wet socks. If you can think of anything worse than wet socks, let me know in the comments.
I mean, I think, you know, having a 50 cal explode in your face is pretty bad.
Section down below. Let's see here. This is an enclosed optic, and it was supposed to be submergible up to like 80 feet. But that is without cracked glass.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not looking good. That's not looking good at all. Hold on. I'm going to wipe it off at least.
Okay. So there is at least no water on the outside.
Okay, that's better. So all things considered, I'm actually pretty impressed because even with all of those cracks, water didn't, no. No, there is some water in there. So it does look like there is a little bit of water in there.
Okay, but very little. Interesting.
I cracked the glass, so what do you expect? But even with that little bit of water, it still seems to be functioning. Now, once it was
Okay.
in the water for more than 5 minutes, I mean, maybe after 24 hours, there would be more in there. That may be a different story, but
Yeah.
as of right now,
But I think if your gun is in water for 24 hours, you've got other things to worry about than water being in your sights.
you know, this thing is still functioning
Uh-huh.
and working just fine. Not
Okay.
half bad.
Ooh, nice.
They're looking okay. Let's keep going. Before we
Oh,
start
yeah.
our next test, just to show you, this is completely unloaded.
Uh-huh.
I
Yep.
am putting a mag
As always.
in it,
Yeah.
but I am not chambering around.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Are you driving the truck over it? Oh, wow.
okie dokie.
Okay.
What happens when it gets ran over? But I'm more concerned about the optic. I know that this gun will be just fine if we run it over. But how
Nice.
about that optic on top? Let's line up just the optic
Oof.
with that tire first.
That's painful. Oh, well, you still ran over the gun, but okay.
Okay, let's have a look at that. Oh, yeah, that's in there good, huh?
It's in there, yeah. Okay. Seems to still be attached. Nice.
You just got jammed.
Oh no. Failure to feed?
Where's that dot at? There it is.
Ooh.
Okay, so
Still hitting.
dot is still working. And
Nice.
still holding at zero, I guess, somewhat. Enough for
Wow.
me to hit that still target over there at about 40 yards away.
That's epic.
Put that right there. Okay.
I didn't even know red dots were really accurate at that range. Well, I mean, I'd expect, but, you know, it's still a pistol. Well, to be honest, I've never fired a proper pistol, so yeah, I know kind of nothing about their actual accuracy, so yeah.
Let's see about that. Oh.
Ooh.
It's quite a bit of mud.
Looks pretty
That's
bad.
okay, but I think we can do better. I guess I'm going to kind of go,
Oh.
let's go like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Oh.
I think you wrecked the gun.
Oh, dear.
Or, well, no,
Yeah.
not exactly. But
Let's see how that does. Get this
Oof.
glass cleaned off a little bit. I can still see the dot. Looks like I turned
Nice.
my brightness down a little bit. Now
Oh,
my gun's
okay.
all gummed up. Let's see here. Oh.
yeah, I don't think that's firing anytime soon. Or is it? Maybe-
Okay. I've got quite a bit of mud
Yeah.
all inside this. I'm going
So it's just going to be a Glock reliability test as well.
to wash that out real quick
Ah,
because
okay.
there's no way I'm going to be able to get a round of fire right now.
Okay, okay.
That is some cold water. Holy cow, that's cold.
Oof.
Okay,
Is it from the river?
so I had to rinse this thing off because I got way too much
Uh-huh.
mud inside of it
Yep.
when we peeled out on it. But it was actually a good thing because now we can really see the details on this optic
Ooh,
where it's
okay.
been beat up today. I will say that inside there seems to be fogging up a little bit, and most likely that's because I have broken the glass and
Yep.
water has gotten inside of it. But I can still see my dot.
But can you still see the target behind
Not
it?
as
That's the question.
crisp because of the
Okay.
fog. Will it fire? Can I hit anything with it?
Or do you not have to actually look through the dot? I don't actually know. You know, again, since I've never used a gun with a red dot sight, I don't know how it like behaves. Do you look at the dot with one eye and at the target with the other, or what exactly is the process?
Okay.
Seems to still be
good
okay.
there.
Yep.
So
Wow.
we ran it over and we peeled out on it, but that was on mud. Very soft,
Okay.
very forgiving.
Mhm.
What if your gun was laying on something that's not so forgiving? So now I have a steel plate.
Okay.
Oh,
That was nasty.
got it good and muddy again.
Yep.
Let's see if my buttons still work. That's a concern. Let's see here. Where's my dot? Okay. Having trouble finding the dot.
Oh, no.
I don't see the dot.
Okay.
I bet you I turned it off. Yep.
Okay.
Got turned down, so the dot is still on.
Nice.
I can see it. I don't know if you can.
Yeah.
Oh, there's mud
Wow.
all inside here again. How did that even happen?
From the wheel.
Oh, it's not going to chamber around. I managed to get mud in the chamber, so
Oh
stand
no.
by.
A few
Oh.
moments later.
That's
Got all
bad.
the mud cleaned
Pretty
off of
bad.
it again.
Okay.
And it doesn't look like there's much new damage to this. Looks
Mhm.
about the same.
Okay.
Still see my dot.
Nice.
Still hit a target.
Mhm.
Looking okay. Well, at
Ooh.
this point, I have to admit,
Sledgehammer.
I'm actually pretty impressed with this optic on this Glock 19.
Yep.
It's held up to quite a bit of torture, way
Mhm.
more wear and tear than I would normally put on my gun and an optic. But that wasn't the point of today's video. The point was, if I had this, and this is all I had in a poop hit the fan scenario, would it be able to hold up, and would I still be able to use it and use it the way it was intended? And so far, I mean, it is pretty beat up, and my glass is cracked, and it's a little foggy right now, but I can still use it. It is still working, and the dot is
Impressive.
still just fine. That being said, this is Kentucky Ballistics, and I have to
Yep.
take it just at least one step further. I'm going to smack
Take it to the extreme.
with this sledgehammer.
Yep.
Once, maybe
Nice.
twice, if this thing is still on the gun, and if this thing is still working, and if I can still hit a target with it, I will probably make this my new carry gun. And I'll step into the future finally
I'm expecting it to be destroyed
and
in
carry
the
her
first
with
hit,
I
but
am
let's
going
see.
to side swipe it, because that is one question I have too
Oh,
still.
okay.
Is yes, this is locked in this way,
Ah,
but what about side to side?
okay.
Oh,
Oh,
that was a
wow.
good hit. It went right into the mud. This thing just loves mud today.
In the barrel,
Let's
yep.
see, where did I hit? I hit this side. Smacked it on this side. Smacked it pretty hard. Still on the gun,
Uh-huh.
real good.
Nice.
But how about that dot? I can still see the dot. It is a little funky
Uh-huh.
because of the glass being broken, but
Ah, okay. Okay.
I can still make it out. I'm gonna whack it on top one time, just right there. Just bonk.
Oh. Yeah, you don't
Pretty good
think,
hit.
like, that's doing much because, you know, a proper hit
But
would be if you laid the gun on its side and just slammed onto the side from top, but I think that would just destroy it
Still looks
instantly,
okay.
so...
still
Oh,
looks
it's got
fine.
a bunch of grass
Dot's
in it.
still on. This will be it, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
One last hit.
okay.
Go right here, right on my buttons, right on my control buttons for brightness. And this is a Harbor Freight safe that we destroyed. And this is
Yep.
going to be metal on metal.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the one right there. Look at the dent that I put in this piece of metal
Ooh.
right here. Now, this is a Harbor Freight gun safe.
Wow.
It's not the thickest metal, but
Okay.
it's pretty thick metal. Boy, I whacked it good.
And it looks still intact, huh?
You know what? I'm not really sure
Least.
if I hit it.
In one piece.
Let's give her one more.
Okay.
One more. Right on the buttons.
Oof. Oh, the gun is in pieces. Okay.
Well, that's not good.
So, the gun broke
Well,
before the side did?
It pieced back together
Hmm.
just fine.
Okay. Will it fire, though?
Trigger's not resetting.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I can still see a dot.
Wow.
Do the buttons still work? That's a question.
Okay.
They still work. These buttons
Holy shit.
still work.
Not what I expected.
Wait.
Definitely
Where's
not.
the dot? There it is. Okay. Yeah, buttons still work. After beating it with a sledgehammer on a metal safe, the buttons still work. Now my glass is, I mean, it's busted. It is busted.
Yep.
Back here is even kind of cracked now.
I mean, it is a sledgehammer. What did you expect?
Big
Like,
deal.
yeah.
If I got my starting weapons technology and gunsmithing at SCI. Link in the description down below. Let's go back to our original distance.
Okay.
Which was about right here. It's about 15 yards.
Mm-hmm.
I can see 2 dots. Let's go with
Oh, 2 dots. That's not good.
One.
Oof.
Okay. Seems like the bottom one's okay.
Okay. Still good.
Trigger did not reset.
Yeah, so.
You just got jammed.
Looks like the sight is holding up better than the gun itself. That is very impressive.
Trouble. I think it's just because it's muddy.
You just got jammed.
Oof. Yeah. Okay.
You just got jammed.
Having some issues here.
Mm-hmm.
It may be hard for you all to see, but I'm kind of getting 2 dots, and that's probably because this is all broken and shattered now.
Mm-hmm.
And the Glock.
Well, which glass is it actually projecting the dot on top? Because I don't think it should be the front one, but again, I know nothing about those really. So
Seems to be having a little bit of trouble functioning. It could have something to do with being smacked with a sledgehammer multiple times.
Maybe.
Which in a poop hit
Just maybe
scenario, I don't know how frequently that would happen, but it could. So the question is, after all of that torture today, what are my thoughts and would I carry this? And I'm going to go with, yeah, I think
the hell yeah.
I think I'm going to get a different one. I'm probably not going to carry this one, but
yeah.
I think I have fallen in love with the Glock 19 with the aim point COA. It held up to quite a bit. Yes, it is cracked and busted and beat up quite a bit, but it held up pretty well, I think. Most likely, I am not going to experience that much torture to my gun, even in a poop hit the fan scenario. What did you think about it?
And just leave it there in the water, you know, just bye-bye gun. You're staying there forever.
Let me know in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed today's video, give it a like. And if you're not subscribed to Kentucky Ballistics, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, be sure and check me out on all other social media platforms. Links to those can be found in the description down below, along with a link to KentuckyBallistics.com, just in case you want to pick up a shirt. And as always, my name is Scott. Thank you so much for watching Kentucky Ballistics.
Oh, yeah.
Next time.
Okay, this was an incredibly impressive sight, especially for something that comes with the gun itself. So, yeah, I'm impressed. This is definitely something I would get if I could. And it being able to withstand this much damage is very unexpected. So, yeah, thank you everyone for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.